Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Happy Memory Planning Monday. I will be planning the second half of the 7th through the 13th of March. So if you'd like to see what I do, stick around. Hi friends, thanks for joining me for today's video. Normally, I had every intention of completing the other half of this week and coming back today to show you the full week completed and starting the next week. But alas, here we are. Life happens. It was Easter week and now we're in spring break. And we actually were so busy with Easter fun things going on that we didn't dye eggs this year. I feel like the worst mom ever. But not really, because Nora did get to do like 4 different Easter egg hunts and like Easter events. So all that to say, today I will be planning this second half of last week. So the pictures I have, so I started reading this book, The Body Keeps the Score. It's crazy and insanely intense, and it is very like academic, so it requires a lot of attention and can be very triggering. I've talked about this in my Wellness Wednesday videos. So I only like read parts at certain times. But anyhow, I started reading this book. I also want to document Friday was the first time we all sat and watched Turning Red, which is like a huge deal for an Asian American family. Just having the representation in pop culture. I got schmutz on my photo. It's a big deal. So had to document that. My husband made us bubble tea, and there he is. Like, it was a bad picture, but he's preparing the Chinese food that we ordered from our local legit Chinese restaurant. So somehow I've got to figure out how to make that go up there. I did try to do this sliding tag pocket that Heidi Swap taught in her, I think her March Stop the Blur class, and I don't know what it is. I tried it maybe 4 or 5 times before I was like, I can't do this. So maybe it's too advanced for new folks. I don't know. I just could not do it. I tried it 1 week and then I stepped away from it and I was like, you know what? I can't do this right now. It's too involved. I have to come back to it later. And then when I went back to it later and tried it, it took me like 3 different times. I almost got it and it just didn't work out. So I was like, I don't know that this is meant to be for us. I don't know that we need to do this sliding tag pocket. We're just going to move on. So I have to figure out what to do with that. And then this is just, I walked into the craft room and that was my cat chilling on the bed, which is so funny. And then, so this was Saturday. And then Sunday, we rushed home from church because there was a special Zoom event with Amy Tangerine if you pre-ordered her book, Making Memories, which is so awesome. So I got to attend this live Zoom with her and chat with her. And there's Nora, and we were talking with Amy. And it was just so fun. We were talking about Turning Red and representation. And I just wanted to take a screenshot of that and document that. Love Amy Tangerine style. So that was so fun. Yeah, so that's it. I now have elements pulled. Just to remind you, I've got some things from Allie Edwards' kit. I ended up not using any of it on this side, but I've got some tags that I pulled from Heidi that I think will work. Some scraps of paper. They're always good for journaling. These are from the Awesome kit. This was some of the paper I ended up using over here, so I pulled that as well. Not sure what else I'm going to use, but I'm going to get started and then I'll do a voiceover as usual and then come back at the end and go over everything with you. All right, let's go. So here I'm trying to figure out how I want to hide these 3 photos from Friday night. And I decided I'm going to turn this super great 4x6 journaling card into a pocket and journal on the fronts and hide these 3 photos on like a little tag that I'm going to make out of that extra cardstock. And yes, I'm using my new We Are Memory Keepers trimmer and scorer, but I'm not the best with measuring. As you can see, I'm just sort of winging it, like trimming it down, seeing if it fits, trimming it down. And this is my first time using my Crocodile and these super cute eyelets that I just got at Hobby Lobby. You can see them in the top left corner there. It came like with a bunch of colors and was excited to try it out. So, and this is some string that I got on clearance at Michael's like 2 years ago, and it has lots of different colors in it, and I like to use it to attach to my tags here. And I decided to round the corners of these photos just to like make them pop a little bit off of the back of the tag. Okay, here I was trying to figure out if I was going to spell turning red, but then I realized those puffy stickers would be too big. So then I went looking through the Heidi swap kits, and I didn't find any alphas that matched, so I decided to just ditch the idea. And now I'm trying to figure out how to house these pictures for the rest of the weekend. So I decide I'm going to make some sort of like flip up for the Amy Tangerine event, and then I get distracted and decide, oh, I need to put the date on this and journal. And clearly I'm a total noob with stamping because I kept messing up, so thank God for being able to cover up our accidents with other paper or stickers or embellishments. Okay, so now I decide I want to incorporate some of these little word saying stamps that came in the March Stop the Blur kit and carry that over because I use some on the left side of the week as well. And I end up smudging the ink, which is so annoying because, see there, laughing, it just came out a mess. But what are you gonna do? And then I'm using these puffy stickers. I absolutely love them. Totally stole the idea from Jenny Garcian. And then, yeah, I found these other puffy stickers recently at the store. So I was like, ooh, these will be perfect little panda stickers for watching the movie. And here I am again doing the crocodile thing. Look at me being a scrapbooker. Look at me doing all the paper crafting things. So I just decided I was going to make a little group of tags that would tuck in to document some of the things that happened on Saturday. Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna hide this tag. And I love this idea of having like a little pocket using the index tab cardstock that came in the February Stop the Blur kit. But I want the tag to be more visible, and I also wanted to bring over some of that polka dot vellum that's on the left side of the page. So I decide to just trace the tag and make my own little pocket there. So essentially I'm just creating another tag on the other side of the photo that I printed out on my sprocket of the Distress Ink Oxide organization that I came up with. So I'm bringing in those ING words and then journaling a little bit about the book that I just started, and then those 2 photos with the journaling will go in that little vellum pocket there. And then I want to showcase the picture of my cat chilling on the bed because that is just so freaking funny. And the colors go, you know, the wall in the craft room is bluish. It's kind of like a blue-gray. So I feel like it goes with the vibe. And then there's me trying to be all crafty and stamp on my little picture there with my new Sukineko ink pad. It's a pigment ink pad it's the color Snowflake, and it just says creating and this is happening. And that's from, I believe those stamps are from the January kit, Stop the Blur kit. And then I stamped a little bit on the picture of my cat, but again, I screwed it up. So it ended up working out because I like the way that the stamp on top of the cardstock looks. And I used my Tombow glue to adhere that to the photo. And then I'm just picking out some stamps, forcing myself in a way, because stamping isn't super fun for me yet because I'm so new, to just kind of play. And that's what I'm doing. I don't love how the tag turned out, but it's okay. It's definitely like a learning process, and I don't know, I just don't seem to be able to get a good quality image from that grid stamp for whatever reason. The top part of the stamp doesn't seem to stamp evenly, and I don't know if that's user error or if it's the quality of the stamp or what, but anybody else? And then I like went a little crazy with this faux stitched line stamp. I love the little accent, so I put it all over everything. It's on everything. It's on all the things, but I did use it on the left side, so I wanted to put it on the right side as well. And so I'm just using a bunch of Heidi Swap stamps to make this little tag here. I tried to distress it a little bit with my good old Dollar Tree nail file, or I should say $1.25 tree, the $1.25 store. Anyways, I did have fun playing though. I think, I don't know if stamping's gonna be like my forte. It may not, but I think the more I do it, the more I'll like doing it. See there, I screwed up the date again. It didn't come out well, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I added that little red line tape so that I could have a flip down. And that's just a Moody gel pen that I use to make the lines. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the date all jacked up, I guess. Oh well, it is what it is. Just wanted to trim down the photo a little bit more. And then now I'm going through like my stash of thickers to try to pick out some to embellish the page. And then I finally find some that go pretty well with the colors. And so I pull them off of this thicker sheet. Add a little green heart in the middle there. I'm a sucker for those little embellishments, man. I love chipboard embellishments, little stickers, puffy stickers. I'm all for it. And then I'm using the printable from the Stop the Blur class that says current view. Even though I don't have any navy really on the page, I don't know, I just wanted to add a little something on top of that envelope, or that vellum pocket that I made. So I used my tiny attacher to staple it to the outside of the pocket. Also used the printable that says story inside, and there we go. Okay everyone, so it's finished. I love it. I wanted to journal on the front because there wasn't much journaling on the surface, I guess. Like at first glance, it's a lot of elements that are hidden. So I wanted to journal on this card, and I just made it into a pocket. And you may have seen that I stamped and then covered it up because I made a mistake. So keep your scraps, people. And then this was my first time using the Crocodile punch, so it was pretty easy. You can see I smudged my ink, but you know, I'm such a noob. But I wanted to add these photos in behind this journaling card here. So now it's on this little tag that I made, and loving these puffy stickers. These, I picked up this panda sheet from, like, there's an As Seen on TV store in our local mall, and I did not know they had like Daiso style items, just a few, but I grabbed those. And I also grabbed these little these little sweet dogs. So cute. I used to have a corgi and he used to lay like that, so I'm obsessed. Anyway, I blame all of these little puffy sticker loves on Jenny Garcian because she's the one who uses these in her memory planning and scrapbooking videos, and I was like, I need those. So I just used some of the stamps from January Stop the Blur kit, which has sayings, and then the March Stop the Blur kit as well. And these are great. I had a problem with them not sticking very well back to the acetate, and they would fall off, and I just didn't want to lose them. So Duh, somebody was like, well, if you clean them, they'll stick better. I think it was Jamie Pate during Heidi Swap's live. So I picked up this water-based stamp cleaner from Ranger, and yeah, it works great. And it is bubblegum scented, which I didn't realize. It's lovely. So anyhow, I did clean my stamps. But this is the photos that goes behind here. And it just says, everything about this Friday is just so great, truly. Watching Turning Red with Nora was almost surreal. I never had Asian representation as a child, especially not in pop culture. Nora's nickname is Red Panda also, so we were equally as pumped for the merch we knew was inevitably coming. I immediately ordered her a red panda that talks. We had boba, ordered Chinese food, and laughed a lot. These are what memories are made of. This is why I tell my stories. And then I made this little vellum pocket, and then I cut out a printable here from Heidi Swap's March Stop the Blur class. And then this tag was from her, one of her tag kits that I got at Joann. And it just says, spent my Saturday into Sunday organizing my distress inks and pads, found a temporary storage solution. It's cute. And so there it is. I have a reel on my Instagram if you want to see how I store the ink pads, the dauber pads. And then the back one is The Body Keeps the Score. And then a little journaling about that. So that tucks right in here. And all I did to create this pocket was trace this little note card, file card that came in a Stop the Blur kit. And I just was playing with stamps here. I kind of wanted to mimic the stamp over on this side. This time I used Bundled Sage for the grid background, and over here I had used the Rustic Wilderness. So I wanted to just see how they looked using different colors. And then I cut out this printable piece, added some of these thickers from American Crafts, and there's the journaling and the puffy stickers again, of course a rainbow. And I'm trying to practice stamping on photos. It didn't work there, hence the cardstock that says laugh out loud. And this one says, this is happening and creating. What a fun special treat. Since I pre-ordered Amy Tangerine's new book, Making Memories, I was able to attend a virtual live with her. Nora and I got to speak with her and even gushed over our joy of seeing Asian representation when we talked about Turning Red. Love this little event. Nora and I can't wait to use the book. So yeah, that is my full week here. I love how it turned out. I'm loving all the greens. Green's my favorite color, if you didn't know. So I absolutely love this. Excited to start next week. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my content. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I don't always list individual products. I will list links so you can find the subscription kits that I currently use. But as far as like individual products and things like that, you can always check out my Amazon storefront, which I desperately need to update. And then if you have questions, always leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. But I appreciate you hanging out with me and taking the time to watch this video. I also want to mention before I go that on Wednesdays, I may start incorporating some midweek memory planning videos, and that will be just when I have the time to film the other half of the week. I would love to add some more content that is related to my memory planning because this is just bringing me so much joy. All right, friends, that's it from me today. I hope you have a super wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Remember that you are enough. Bye.